Okay, so has Maxwell filled you in on the adventures of Zerth?
No,
No,
and I
I
don't
need to
believe
do
he
that.
will.
Which
Hey!
are weirdly enough becoming a common thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to putting them up on the channel.
At what point does it become a leitmotif?
What do you
Like-
mean?
After 3,
Like, okay, 3?
Wait, a leitmotif is
I
for
think
music.
'Cause- Yeah, but it's also it can also show up in literary things.
Ah,
Um,
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, no, there's a distinct line between a theme and a motif, and I need to know where that line is. Because
So
otherwise...
a motif is an idea that recurs, but it's small. A theme is a more cosmically, like a bigger element.
Yeah, it's more
Because there's going to come a point where Zerth disappearing due to magical shenanigans and going off on solo adventures is going to become a theme.
It's just
Oh,
one.
it
If we keep this up.
Yeah,
It's just once
it feels
per
like
arc.
it feels like a motif. I think the theme we're going for here is like our main plot of
Yes.
gods
Yes.
and
Well-
death and
So I have what I think the themes are. Then we have what you guys think the
I was going to
themes.
say.
See,
he
to me
is
so
the
far,
god.
the theme seems to be a lot more on just how it's a commentary on religion and how, in truth, all gods are sorely dependent on man.
All gods go to heaven. Wait. What? I'm an idiot.
Because of the all gods go to
Okay,
heaven comment
we
or
can-
something else?
6.
Something else.
Okay,
evidently.
we could. I'm.
Particularly.
On
It just
average,
means that my
it's
minimum.
0.5.
I was going to say it's a minimum. Minimum is better.
Oh, Maxwell.
All right.
Okay, so y'all, the last time we met you guys, y'all were traversing through the sewers of Heathfield to get to the Ruby's Hammer. Heathfield is considered one of the most impenetrable cities in the world, second only to Harad Alior, which is the city to the goddess of war. So you would think that it's a pretty defended city. So despite you guys being wanted for the murder of Batu the cultist, you were only being looked for at the entrances to the gate. They are not worried about you getting inside the city because how would you get inside the city? We're the best city in the world.
Sewers!
After traversing through the sewers, coming across some treasure, some shenanigans, and a Zerth being magically transported to
I'll take it from here,
ether.
boss. So then.
Give me a second, bud. Give me a second. I'm
Sorry.
gonna seamlessly transition you in.
Excellent.
You guys make it to the Ruby Hammer. You guys traverse up. There's some stuff happening. You guys also see Mary and Luco and you meet a tiefling named Emery that you haven't met before. After you guys get there, you guys spend. It's only been about an hour since you first got to the Ruby Hammer. You guys are sitting eating dinner with Mary and Luco, talking about the stuff and things. All of a sudden, a big burst of flames and smoke appears in the center of the tavern, and standing there is Zerth, the half-orc barbarian, brandishing a glowing blue sword that has like the cool like liquid nitrogen steam coming off of it, and a like 15-year-old kid passed out.
So you see, post-radish throwing, after delve through the radish to prevent whatever gaseous objects were in the air, I was mysteriously transported into a... There was a very strangely pale man with no mouth that spoke to
As
me.
you say that, you see Mary tense up.
And you see, he said, "Oh, you're not the... Shit, what did he say? You're not the sorcerer? Spellcaster. It was something... It wasn't warlock. I want to say it was spellcaster. Sorcerer! You're not the sorcerer. I think.
Luco runs over and is holding the boy, and looks up at you and goes, "Sorcerer. He's the sorcerer," and glances at the boy. He already had him. And then
I'm not entirely sure. I just remember he was the warlock. He was
Can we rewind for like 30 seconds?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
You appeared in the middle of our table, in the middle of our meal, in a burst of flame, carrying a giant sword. Why? Or should I even ask that at this point?
I mean, I'll get to their.
Okay, great. I'm waiting.
Okay, so I am not the guy he is looking for. Obvious. Clearly, that is true. I do not look like a spellcaster at all. But
the green tiefling looks at you and goes, "I'm pretty sure he was looking for me."
he might have been looking for you. I'm not entirely sure. I think the boy said something about a guy named.
I'm Emery.
You are he. Okay. Well, he's looking for you. Anyway, he tried to use some whoop-de-doop-de magic. All past his abilities, much to his annoyance, but eventually he was able to overcome me, and the guards took me away into a prison. As luck would have
Mary looks at you very confused. You were able to resist him?
For quite a while. He was trying to get me to do things that I did not want to.
That's incredible.
Is it? I don't know. I was just trying. Tim, I know what it sounded like.
The bard has betrayed us. He was able to outwit all of us, and you were able to resist him?
I was foolish enough to not know what to resist, so then I did it.
Wait, so you mentioned so he's been speaking to you this whole time?
He started talking to me. He tried to get me to surrender, and I was going to be arrested, and I'm presumed taken in.
Zerth, I thought you said he didn't have a mouth.
Oh, he was in my brain. He was talking in my brain.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, no, it was kind of weird. There's plenty of space in there. Anyway,
Pretty pleasant. Yeah.
very.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I was sent down into the dungeon, and I met this young. His name, Murin. And so, Murin is the owner of this ruby that had been very confusing. Long time. He was able to use it, but his power had been weakened as he had been in prison for several weeks. He recognized me, I suppose, were kind of a big deal. I guess they call us the Resurrected. I didn't know. I thought my name was Zerth the Terrible. I thought it was kind of. But anyway.
I like the name, though. The Resurrected.
The dead don't.
Yeah, it's great. Love it.
And so together, we teamed up with his magic ability, my Zerthness. We got through the dungeon's elaborate scheme, only to find a few guards. One of which was carrying this magic sword. Zerth waved it around.
Just some quick clarification. Are we in the middle of the tavern right now?
Yeah, it's like lunchtime. There are people around.
Okay. And it's like midday.
Yeah.
Ruby.
And so, yeah, after we defeated those, we were able to make it outside of the tower.
Oh, can you get down from the table, please? Like,
yeah,
we're in a nice place. Thank you.
I didn't notice. My bad. Zerth gets, and then he transported us using the ruby to this exact location. But I'm assuming that poor kid got tuckered out from using so much power on supporting both of us. But he's looking for this mouthless dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the middle of a nondescript castle. There aren't any banisters or anything that to differentiate it from other castles.
Great. I'll add it to the list of things that are still trying to kill.
Luca looks at Mary and is like, "Looks like we need to reach out to Tel Call again. That's going to go about as well as last time, isn't it? Can't go any worse."
Would you care to explain?
Reach out to tell call what?
Is Tilcall a person? Tilcall a place?
Yes.
are you telling
Mirren
Paul?
looks at Mirren looks at you guys and is like, so I think you've put it together by now, but we used to be adventurers.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you made
I was
that
under the
pretty
impression you
clear.
still were.
We've settled down in the past couple of years. Mary, myself, and one of our very close friends, Telkal. She's a dwarf.
Yes.
All hail from Seymour, which is on the western side on the west. We decided to go save the world, go travel it, slay monsters, kill dragons, save beautiful people.
How'd that
Yes,
go?
you do.
It went well for a time. We after picking up Telkal, we met Ukos, who Ukos is in Kaerfi last time I checked. After Ukos, Telkal met the Bard in the criminal underground of Harad Aliar, and then we met Murin after he accidentally gestures to the boy still in his arms. We met him after he accidentally blew up his village, and we saved him from an angry mob.
Yeah, his village using the bomb, as I learned, in not a good way.
Yes, they really need to stop using flammable materials for walls.
Fair.
But several years ago we stumbled upon a conspiracy. This cult had infiltrated several high official government positions and were influencing several governments in the continent.
I assume we're speaking of the Void Dragon cult.
Yes, the cult of the Void, they call themselves.
Uh,
We got too high on our own power, attempted to destroy them, and were subsequently betrayed by the Bard. And when he says the Bard, his voice just drips with malice. Just the Bard.
Does he have a name?
Practically spits at you guys.
that spoony bard. How could
we
it
don't
have been
say
anyone
his
but
name.
him?
He doesn't deserve one.
So this baldy guy that I just met, he's the boss.
Yes, he's a changeling, which makes him powerful. Very perceptive. The only good that came out of him betraying us is we were able to free Emery from the chains of his oppressors.
So where is this bard now?
Last we had heard, he's somewhere in the north. Telkal, after the betrayal, Telkal took it especially hard, and she split from the group.
So nondescript castle.
last we had
to
heard
the
from her.
north. Huh.
We're at a restaurant, right?
Yeah, you're in a tavern.
Excuse me, can I have some mead? Like, pretty please?
A pretty barmaiden walks over and is like, that'll be one silver piece. Bats her eyelashes at you.
Angelo, here's one silver piece. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Best of luck with that is what I bet.
Thank you,
Very
kind sir.
smooth.
And she gives you a wink and walks away. Brings you the mead.
Thank you.
Hey.
Careful, he's a dog.
Luco kind of looks at you as like, now that the bard knows of your existence, he'll if he wants to deal with you, he'll come for you himself. You don't need to go looking for him.
Hey, buddy.
You might be best staying in Heafield and dealing with this crisis.
So don't deal with me yet.
Alrighty.
We'll stay away from the mouthless psychopath. Yeah, that sounds good. I can roll with that.
He's very persuasive, to the point that you might not even realize he's being persuasive.
Luco,
Yes?
what do we do with the boy?
He just needs to sleep. He's tired. We'll
Okay.
take care of him. Thank you.
Have
Thank you for
protect his
saving him.
balls.
course.
Okay, that's fine.
He's a really sweet kid. He's very powerful. He just doesn't know his own strength. I'm sure you already
Yes. He is. He's the closest thing that me and Mary have to a son, and you could see the glistening in his eyes. Thank you. Thank you. He scoops the boy up, and he's not a big kid, but in Mirren's a big dude, and in his arms the kid looks even tinier. And walks back to the room to the.
To clarify, you meant Luca.
All right.
He meant Luca.
Yes.
You figured
Yeah.
I'd just clarify that, yeah.
All right. Okay. I don't know about you guys, and I stand up from the table. But I feel like I've been cooped up in a sewer for however many hours. I want to walk. I'm gonna go buy a hat. Would anyone like to join
Dell
me?
stands up, is like, I couldn't agree more. I'm gonna go buy some things.
Great.
Excellent role playing.
Love that.
That,
All
yeah,
right.
that,
You go do that. I'm gonna go hat shopping. Would anybody else like to come with me?
Did you say hat
Uh,
shopping?
No.
Dell's like-
Yes.
Dell's like, I'm gonna go with these big old rubies or these big old gemstones that I have.
Sounds great. Go get them, Tiger.
Lee,
I'm. Yes, I would like a hat. So I'm gonna go.
How do you wear them? I mean, you have those horns and that luscious hair.
Generally, you wear them on your head.
But
We're gonna
do the
fix-
horns obstruct that. Never mind.
We're workshopping it. We're gonna figure it out, my dude.
well, I guess
So,
I'm not a big hat
if anyone
person.
would care to join me to find out how I'm gonna go find a hat shop.
I
do
demand
that.
to know how you wear them. I'm
You
going
guys
to
have
follow
fun.
All right.
you.
Tim, are you going? Does the grung want to do anything?
I'm staying with Nighton for the moment.
Neat. I'm gonna go find a bookstore.
What time is it? Midday.
Little past noon.
Oh, that's fine.
How are there a lot of people in the streets?
There's a decent amount. Not an abnormal amount, if that makes sense. It's not like the streets are packed. As you step out, as you leave the tavern, you notice that you guys are in in what seems to be a pretty well-off establishment or district. It seems to be a nobler area. There's some tall houses that seem to be relatively big and well kept. There's a herd of peacocks that are walking through the street as you leave.
Great.
In all various shades of peacockness.
This is
Yeah.
extras of people in this town.
You would know that as this is not quite the Heathfield that you remember. What you remember is tall, soaring architecture of pure white marble with glowing light stones on the top of buildings.
Sure.
As you look around, the white marble seems to have is dirty and almost looks stained with the dirt. It's not the glowing white that you remember. The weather is surprisingly overcast. Looks like it's about to rain, which was unheard of in Heathfield in your day. As you look up, a lot of the light stones, some of them seem cracked, some of them aren't glowing the way that they should. You even see one in the distance that looks like it's flickering and dying. Yeah.
This place has let itself go. Alright. Let's find some hats. And I'm gonna try and avoid like the main roads if possible. Like try and find like less like lighter traffic areas, side alleys. Just don't really
Roll. I don't know what you would roll to find a hat shop.
Perception check
Perception? Yeah. Roll perception.
maybe? Okay.
No, I don't know. Investigation. Whatever
Can I
one
choose
you
investigation or
want.
perception?
Yes. If you want, choose which one. I don't know.
Investigation.
No
I get a
clue.
boon. 15.
Maxwell Zerth knows what a hat is.
15 to
15?
investigation.
Okay. Well, Zerth has heard what a hat is, but he's following you to find a hat shop.
We're
As you
going to
kind of
find-
traverse the city, it takes you a little bit because you're keeping to the back roads, kind of passing shop to shop, trying to stay off the main drag. As you
This
go,
is the real field.
eventually you come to a hat shop that looks pretty nice.
Groovy. Well, does it look like a bougie hat shop, or is it like a little more like
Normal folk?
functional? Yeah, more functional. Or...
Yeah, it looks like looking inside, you see that they do have nice hats. It looks like it's a clean establishment. It's well lit. It's nicely decorated, but you don't see the crazy fashions. Like, you don't see anything crazy. Like, you're not seeing a hat that looks like a bird.
Yeah, so like on a scale of like 1 to 10, 1 being like super not super functional, and 10 being like super out there and crazy, like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Okay, groovy. I will enter the hat shop. Are you coming?
Cool.
Sure, yeah.
All right, great. I'm excited. I will enter.
No, based on your voice.
Hey, so, hi. I'm looking for the biggest, not craziest. I'm looking for a wide brim hat because there's a lot going on here. So I just need a lot of space, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what to call him. The shopkeep? Yeah, shopkeep.
Yeah.
He's a middle-aged human male. Looks at you as like, I think I got a couple for it. That'll be just right for you.
Darker colors would be great.
Just give me a second. Do you want to hide the horns, or do you want to accentuate the horns?
I'm looking to keep the horns on the DL, if you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha. He goes back in the back. He hears some rustling, like one minor crash. He comes back out with a couple of assortments of hats. He has one that's kind of like a floppy sun hat.
Okay.
He has one that's a little more cowboy hat. And then he has a third one that is like closer to like a cross between like a bowler and a top hat.
I will take the cowboy hat.
Okay. That'll be 2 gold pieces.
All right. There you go. Paid.
Pleasure
and
doing
done.
business with you.
You too, my dude. Thanks so
If
much.
you have any friends, send them my way. Hammond's Emporium. Hammond's Hat Emporium.
I will let you know. And I will make my way out of the building. Bless you.
Thank you.
I have 3 gold.
Zerth, do you want to buy anything? Buy any hats?
I think
Yeah. Do you need anything? All right. So I'll put on my wide-brimmed cowboy adjacent hat, and I'll actually like tuck up all my hair under it as well,
Okay.
just to get everything up in there.
Sounds good.
And then make my way out the building.
Okay.
Hat.
Where do you guys want to go?
check.
Hat check.
All right. So, Zerth, do you need anything while we're out?
I could go for some healing potions, maybe.
That's fair. Do you have money?
I have I have 10 gold pieces minus silver. I don't know how to. So maybe I
The
gotta
silver is
go.
It's
So yeah, I have
silver.
9 gold pieces and 8 silver pieces.
Gotcha. I have 3 gold pieces. I have a feeling that we're not going to be able to buy much with what we have right now.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's okay. I don't really need them. I need it for other
Yeah.
people.
And I'm not in the mood to steal anything from this place.
No,
So,
that's probably wise. We're already in here.
uh-huh. Uh, so,
How tall is your character?
no, my character's 6 foot.
Okay.
I'm 6'2".
Your
So,
character's 6'2".
no.
You're 6'2".
I am
You're-
6'2". Character is 6 foot even. Lee
Okay.
is 6 foot.
Okay, I was curious. I am
Yes.
6 foot even. Zerth is 6'9".
I'm so mad that y'all are taller than me.
I'm sorry.
I just want y'all to know that. That makes me angry. Somebody is 5'10". He's a
somebody
short
also
person.
in Poland.
I've come to terms with my height.
See, Trevor, short buddies for life.
Jackson, you're considerably taller than me.
I'm still short.
Not by my standards.
Fair. Okay, Maxwell, you want to find some potions?
I mean, I don't know how much I could buy with that much anyway. I think Zerth is good for now. Zerth is just taking in the scenery.
All right, you wanna is there is there anything? Yeah, I don't really know. So let's think.
Is there,
We should
a butcher
probably
nearby?
we should probably make our what was that?
Is there a butcher nearby?
Book.
Roll perception. Also,
well,
does someone know where the what things cost table is in the player's handbook off the top of their head?
Not off.
Or am I losing my mind?
I don't know
things
where the
cost
one in the
table?
player's handbook is typically.
Is there one in the DM's guide?
Probably, yeah.
I just saw one.
I'll check.
I swear it was in the handbook, but
The handbook
Okay,
has
keep-
things.
keep-
What kind of items are you looking for?
there's one that's common items cost between this and this, uncommon this and this, rare this and this.
That'd
yeah.
be an equipment, I think.
Let's check here.
I thought that was the player's handbook.
Exchange rates. No. Nope, it's not looking like that. That's.
I mean,
uh,
it's fine. I can figure it out. But I just saw a table the other day when I was reading.
Adventuring gear, page 149 and 150 maybe.
in the player's handbook, there.
Yeah,
is
there-
Oh
a-
yeah, no, that'll be helpful. Not in the player's
Yeah,
handbook,
yeah.
it's in the DM's guide. Okay, keep
Yeah, no,
working.
no,
I will
it's-
keep
no,
searching.
it's here in the player's handbook. I have it right here.
I didn't find it there, but okay.
Page,
Well, that's
page
one
150.
what?
150.
150? Okay, yeah, that's like what adventuring gear costs and stuff. That's good. I will need to make a note
I
of
would
that.
just like some
But-
cured meats.
Yeah. You want some cured meats? Okay.
All right. Oh, we're looking for meat. Okay, I guess you came
Okay.
with me for that. so I guess
Roll. Did you roll perception?
I did.
Yeah,
I got a,
actually. You got a what?
I got a 12.
Okay. As you walk out, it takes you a second, but as you're smelling around, you slowly you start smelling the smell of meat coming from the north, and it, yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna look over to Lee and go. I'm gonna go get some food for cooking later.
I'm coming with. I'm coming with. I'm coming.
Alrighty. I know it's generally this way. I can smell the meat. I walk north and near
I trust. I trust your stomach.
You head. Takes about 5-10 minutes, but eventually you come across a butcher shop called Gretchen's Butchery.
Ah,
Good for you, Gretchen. All
I
right,
walk in.
and I will follow.
I would like
Okay.
some meat, please.
You go inside and you see a halfling woman standing behind the counter. Got butcher smock on, tastefully covered in blood.
Is the counter human-sized, halfling-sized, or orc-sized?
Is there any way to be tastefully covered in?
She's not like drenched in blood,
Sure.
but it's like
Clearly, it's been
Yeah.
working with raw meat. Just there's
yes.
A very artistic blood splatter.
a tasteful blood splatter. Splatter.
I get
We
that.
only have tasteful. We only have tasteful things
Yeah.
in this campaign. Nothing
Right, we
distasteful.
Tasteful
we
noodles.
only
Tasteful
we
blood
only
splatter.
accept 17 blood droplets. 18.
Yeah, 18 is too much. Okay. No, it's a human-sized counter, but you could see that she's standing on a stool behind the counter.
Okay.
And this is a dwarven woman, you said?
A halfling.
Halfling, gotcha.
She's a hobbit.
There's
Yes.
a on the roof of the door, as it is a human store. Smaller than most humans.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, I could go for some jerky.
Okay.
Okay. As you walk in, she's like,
Maybe.
I'm not gonna do a voice because I can't do it high enough with justice, but it's a bit squeaky. But she goes, what can I help you boys with?
Hello, Jim. I've come to your establishment, purchased an assortment of cured meat.
Well, you came to the right place.
Do you have any lamb, mutton of sorts?
Sure. Her eyes go wide. She's like, you like lamb?
I love lamb. Lamb's my favorite.
No one in Eagle's Wharf. No one in Eagle's Wharf appreciates the subtle flavor of lamb,
Oh, the
which
tenderness.
I love it.
So hard to come by.
It is, especially with those Ravens Wharf hooligans hogging all the shipments.
Raven's War.
Those-
Disgusting.
Those guys are so pretentious.
They really. Thank you. This guy knows. This guy
Yeah.
knows what he's talking about.
I'm a man of
Clearly, I know exactly what
So-
I'm talking about.
So how much lamb do you want?
how much do you have?
Out of character, just what's a normal amount of meat to buy?
A normal
Like,
An entire lamb.
I
Pound?
normally buy it by like I normally buy meat like by like the pound, but if
Yeah,
you're going
like,
for
okay,
butchering,
okay.
A half a pound of meat will give you a meal.
Yeah. So she's like, well, we sell. I have a couple lamb chops, some lamb flanks, a couple fillets. What do you want?
Zerth has clearly been to a butcher shop. You know exactly
Yes.
what he wants. I'd like 2 chops, 1 shank, and 3 fillets.
Okay, that'll run you about. What is the equivalent? Like, what is? What? How much? What is
I mean,
a
if
dollar?
If you're getting some nice meat, it's gonna
That-
be like
Jackson, there is no,
No,
right
I under-
answer for that. There's no right answer for that, as Tim will attest.
So Jackson,
This isn't it. Yeah.
in terms of meals per day, like a modest meal is about 3 silver piece. A poor meal is about 6 copper. A comfortable meal is 5 silver piece, and a wealthy meal is 8 silver piece. A chunk of meat, actually, since I have it here, is 3 silver piece.
Okay.
So, I wanted 3. I wanted. What did I want? I wanted two chops.
You had like 5 slices.
Yes.
So you wanted like 5 chunks of meat.
Yes.
So about a golden 5.
Great.
All of this stuff can be found if you still. I'll share it again with you.
Yes, I found it. It's on 143 in the player's handbook. If anyone wants to
Hey.
know.
Ooh.
I have it all copied down.
Or the exchange rate is. The exchange rate is, which is what I was looking for. That'll be. She looks at you, and goes, that'll be three gold pieces, if you will.
Sure. Here you go.
Which at my exchange rate of 10-1, that should work out, right?
Yeah. 30 silver.
Cool.
30 silver's worth.
Cool. Awesome. She looks at you like, do you want a bag?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. She's very careful. You see her chop the meat in front of you. It's very professionally done. Wraps it in like little paper, or like butcher people put things in.
Yeah, a bunch of paper.
Yeah. And then she grabs a it's basically a very cheap cloth material. Puts the meat in the bag and hands it to you. It's like, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Come again anytime. Anyone that appreciates lamb the way that you do.
Yeah. Could
Fine establishment.
do you just have any like beef jerky, like just laying around?
We have a,
Is that how butchers work? I think I just have this dead cow on the floor.
yeah, we have a dead cow out back that we have not dealt with. It's probably jerky by now.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
No. She goes, oh yeah, we got some in the check the dried goods over there. She motions towards where there's obviously dried meat sitting.
Oh yes, sorry, my perception check was very low. I'll go.
Your what check?
No, it's not important. Go over and pick out a bag of jerky that appeals to me. Is there like a mesquite barbecue?
There is the equivalent because there's an equivalent of a mesquite barbecue because I believe mesquite refers to a location.
I'll check.
That's fair. Looking for what's a town in what's the furthest west town? What's it called?
The furthest west town.
Okay, Jackson, mesquite refers to a plant.
Oh, yeah, so sure. There's a mesquite, Texas, or am I losing my mind?
There is a mesquite, Texas,
Maybe
and
you
a
are.
mesquite, Nevada, but it's also a kind of plant.
Okay, then there's mesquite barbecue.
Yes, mesquite. The plant mesquite exists in the Indian canon. All right.
Yeah, it does now.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm
it's a
buying
trait.
some. I want
Okay.
some. I want some barbecue from a mesquite tree.
She goes, that'll cost you about a silver a chunk.
A silver
like-
chunk.
So like it's beef jerky. It's dried meat. It's like
Yes.
it comes in like the strips.
In a strip.
Like I don't know.
So
Have
like
you never?
like a strip of beef jerky. Sure.
Yes.
In
Yes. Smaller
so
than
is
a.
it so they're all individual strips of beef jerky hanging on like a hook? Like what am I looking at here?
Yes, it's like dried sausages.
Gotcha. So how long is a single strip?
Well, when she said strips, I think she means the individual like.
Each individual link.
Why am I losing my mind? Why am I blanking on these words?
I think you're
Did I have a
looking for links.
stroke and not know it?
Welcome to
Yes,
Dungeons
thank
and
you,
Dragons,
Trevor.
where we discuss the length of beef jerky strips, saying in how much they cost.
I am not that tired. What is going on?
Sure, I'll pay for one. Here's a silver.
Yeah.
Seems like a bit
Yeah,
of a steal, but whatever.
Um,
It's cool. It's not like I'm broke. It's not like
she
I'm destitute and I just wandered into this town.
she bags the jerky for you and hands it over.
Thank you. All right.
And make sure to tell your friends if your friends are as pretty as you guys are. She winks at
Oh.
she winks at Lee.
Thanks. Bye.
She called you cute.
All right. Taking off. Yeeting. We are out. Let's make. I'm done being hit on by random shopkeepers. Let's go back to. Let's make our way back.
Let's get back down to business, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, cool.
Knighton and the Grung. Y'all want to do anything?
I mean,
So,
I said I was going to a bookstore.
Did we leave at the same time that they did?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm following the peacocks and abandoning.
I'm sorry. You're what?
I'm following the peacocks and abandoning.
Ah, excellent.
Well, and I notice you're not gone. Notice that you are gone. You know what? That makes sense. I'm not sure he could read that much of Common in the first place.
Okay, Trevor, because you were mean to me, I'm gonna follow the Grung narratively.
Checks out.
I was going to say, if I'm dicking around,
Checks out. Carry on.
if I'm dicking around on my own, we can do that some other time so that we don't go tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say.
Okay, Trevor. Trevor, we're actually going to you now.
I'm sorry. I know you're disappointed.
You were saved by the Tim.
I know you're disappointed.
I really don't care.
I know. I enjoy playing up this whole I am the bad player.
Well, you are. You're not playing.
That's fair. So, I am rolling what? Perception, investigation, both, neither? What's up?
What are you looking for?
A bookstore. I said that like half an hour
Oh,
ago.
yeah. Trevor, I have the memory of a goldfish.
Fair enough, Carrie.
I barely remember that the Grung left with the peacocks.
So what am I rolling?
Investigation, because you're looking for it.
Alrighty, good. That means I actually have.
Also, I don't know if I'm doing investigation perception checks right, but like, my general rule is perception is like things you're not looking for, but like, you don't know what you're looking for. But like, investigation is when you're specifically looking for something.
More direct. Perception
Yeah.
is more of a passive thing.
So
Yeah, perception feels like I know something's off, but I don't know what. Investigation is like I am looking for ticks.
So that's a 5.
Excellent.
You know you're in Heafield.
And once again, the universe conspires to keep me away from reading more fiction.
Okay. You wander about for a little bit, till you find yourself near one of the gates. Roll a stealth check.
With disadvantage. Crap. Wow.
Oh yeah, because you have heavy armor.
You do hate me.
Actually, just a straight roll because
Nope.
just a straight roll.
I'm rolling with disadvantage. It's stealth.
No, roll with advantage. Just the first roll.
I am going to consider it with disadvantage anyway. That's a 5.
Cool. I was giving you advantage because the guards were going to look.
Okay, if that.
All
if
of a
that's the
sudden
case, then
you
it's a
hear
15.
you hear. Well, the advantage was going to
I know. My first roll
basically
was
cancel
a 15.
out your yes.
My first roll was a 15.
Your first roll was a 15. Okay.
Second one was a 5.
Okay. No. Yeah. It was just just straight roll. I was going to give you advantage because they're looking for things outside of the gate, not inside.
All right.
So that cancels out you being in plate armor. Or heavy armor, whatever it is. As 15, as you you see the guards and you kind of stick closer to the wall, closer to the shadows. You don't want to draw attention to yourself. As you continue walk, you start picking up voices, hearing, I can't believe that they're making us stand guard for these hooligans. Batu was a jerk. It's not like anybody misses him. It's also not like they could break into Heath. Why would they want to come to Heathfield? You hear a second gruffer voice going, because the Temple of Sophie is here. Obviously. You're such an idiot, Clarkston.
Clarkston?
Yeah,
I
Clarkson.
can't say the Clarkston.
Nobody likes
And then
Clarkson.
you continue going. You can roll another investigation for a bookshop.
Alrighty, continuing on, rolling with that. Okay, this one's better. This was an 11.
Okay. It still takes you a couple minutes, probably another 10 minutes, but you have better luck this time. You find a bookstore. Seems it's nice enough. You seem to be in a little bit of a rougher part of the
The seedier side of town.
yes. So I don't. Oh, okay, there we go. I accidentally clicked, and all of a sudden, Maxwell and Tim were very big.
I'm sorry, like they aren't.
No, they were just like the entire. They were the entire screen.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, you see a sign that reads Elginen's Wondrous Quill with a cute little design of a quill on the front sign. As you walk in, you see a half elf woman placing the books in. It's just you, her, and one other patron in the.
Hello, excuse me. I was wondering if you had any, well, this is going to sound weird, but I'm trying to find any fiction books from, say, roughly 300 years ago or so.
This, as you get a better look at this woman is, she's old even by half-elf standards. As she moves, she has lots of clunky jewelry on. You see a couple magical talismans and stuff sprouted in, but some of them are just straight gaudy trinkets. She turns to you and goes, I think we can. I might have something in the back. Let me check for you, son.
Oh, thank you very much.
She goes into the back. You hear the clink of her jewelry. It's a clink, 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 clink. As she goes on, how much does a book cost? She comes back. She's like, we're not really. I only was able to find two books for you. We're not a vintage shop. If you're looking for old books, you'll really want to try the library. In the Royal District. But I do have these. They're a little young for you. Yeah, she pulls out, and you see that one is a basically the equivalent of like kids, like beginning young adult, like early teen fiction. The second one is
That's perfect.
the second one is a is adult fiction, but is not like a romance novel, but like Pulp Fiction. It's just very easy read fantasy. If you want to buy these, there's not a large demand for any fiction before the Gods' War. It's too lighthearted for the populace these days.
Fair enough.
I'll give him for five silver apiece.
I'll take them both.
Tim, what does that look for?
Nothing.
Okay, so let me just go back and check what the silver to gold ratio is.
It's 10 to 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. So that is that.
Tim, don't judge my inability to make an economy.
I say nothing.
All right, I
As
have.
far as you know, all of these people are just really bad at pricing things.
The entire city. Just, there's no.
It's a city of light, not the city of markets.
Yeah, that's Mine. That's where I'm from. I would like to roll for commerce. Do I know that this is a good deal?
I would like to roll for commerce.
Trevor, you can't roll for you can't roll like insider perception when the DM doesn't know.
Yes, I can. People did it when I was the DM. You just gotta pull stuff out your butt.
Different rules for a different party.
I'm gonna.
Yes, roll perception.
Alrighty. That is. That's a 13.
13. You think you could haggle a little bit down, but you're not sure.
At the same time, though, this appears to be this lady's primary livelihood, and she's blowing most of her money on gaudy jewelry. And I'm not saying any of this out loud, so I'm going to buy both books at the price given.
I just like when you think about it.
I'm not saying any of that out loud, so I'm just buying the books.
Okay. She just picturing her on like the Heathfield version of Hoarders, and they're like, "You need to stop buying gaudy,
Stop.
bulky jewelry. You need to be stopped. We're having an intervention.
I need the.
This is who I am."
So yeah, I'm
Okay.
taking both of the books, and now I have what I'm going to assume is, since you gave vague enough descriptions for it, one of them is now the 5th book in the Isaiah Cruz series, and I don't know what the pulp one is yet. I'll think it up soon.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to do anything else?
I figure by this point, I got to the store probably about the same time as the Jerky Boys event happened, so I'm going to be heading back to the place.
The Jerky Boy.
It's like the Jersey Boys, but it's jerky.
Zerth sings all the bass parts very poorly.
It goes, goes.
Okay. You guys all head back to the store and actually converge right together.
He's
At the
actually
same time.
recruiting. So
Idea of your grung singing lead and you're he's got a rave.
Also, just quick side note, I do actually care what Tim thinks the character looks like because it's his character. But as of right now, all I can imagine is the singing frog from Meet the Robinsons. Just sans suit. He's not wearing a suit, or like he's wearing like druid clothes. I'm assuming, but like,
I mean,
but like that's all I can picture.
My
It's
mom
just
gave
tiny
him a-
little legs.
my mom gave him a bandolier for some reason, so
I did like the mustache, the frog drawing with the mustache.
Oh,
yeah.
Clanzer.
Yes, Planzer.
Maxwell did good work on that one.
One of
He
these
did, he
days,
did.
Clanzer will come in play.
all right. So, is everyone back at the inn? Back at the inn.
Yes, you guys bump into each other as you guys get back to the inn.
Oh, hey, as I'm snacking on a giant thing of jerky, just straight up.
It's about 6 o'clock. It's about dinner time.
So, what'd you guys get?
Jerky.
I got a lot of lamb.
Hat.
Nice. I got
I'm
books.
wearing this giant white...
About this time, the grung comes wandering back, riding a peacock.
Oh, hey, buddy.
I see that he's
Oh, that's
found himself a
exalt-
noble steed. I
Aren't we
The
all-
peacock is very pleased with itself. It's pruning, tail feathers wide open.
proud
This is a peacock that's coming back from victory. This is the grunk's triumphant entry.
Gosh dang it! I really hope someone
Kinda
finds a
roll.
way. I really hope someone finds a way to record Tim's one-off, so that way we can get that on the channel too. It deserves to be.
We'll tell you what happens.
I know, but I like hearing the actual events. There's more stuff to it than just the
Love for
recap.
fun. Music in the background.
Okay. I mean, because they're staying outside.
It's dinner
Get
time.
down.
Right
Let's
as-
head in. It's time for plot.
Yeah, right as you guys step in, you hear a loud boom of thunder, and the rain just starts pouring.
Thanks.
What was the name of
Now's the
the
time to move.
Is this the
Everyone's
strong
going to be
guy
cleared
again?
in the street.
I'm just really glad that
What?
you guys talked me out of that whole disguise thing, because with this rainstorm, that would be ruined.
Well, here's the thing. If this is a market town, people are going to look for refuge out of the rain. So there will be less people on the streets so we can move more.
I mean, it wasn't that hard to move. Oh crap, my books! And I run into the place into the.
Oh, you guys are in.
Yeah.
You guys are inside. You
Oh,
guys
I
are
thought-
staying
I thought-
in the main entrance.
Okay, I thought that we were still outside, and I
Ba-
panicked.
Banjo and Kazooie are still playing.
Go.
Yes! I love that those are their names.
I'll figure out real names for them at some point, but they're Banjo and Kazooie
No,
right
never.
now.
Now
Have they been here all day?
we've had Hair Bear
Well,
and
they're
Wallace.
like evening performers.
This is their
They come in during primary meal times.
Gotcha.
I think we just casually walk up toward the temple. No one's looking for us already.
I give the musicians 5 silver and tell them to stay away from any hags.
Zerth's nose starts bleeding because he had a good idea. Oh, shit.
While y'all are doing that, I put the peacock in my room and get it set up so that I can leave it behind when we go and actually.
Oh, wait, do
We
we have...
better have
I presume
individual rooms.
we're probably like sharing rooms because.
Yeah,
I
are we
presume
sharing rooms?
primary
Did we
and
ever decide on who gets what?
I was going to say, I was gone for this part. You got the sports store and got me.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and assume that they're sharing a room.
And there was
And
I
they
think-
were roommates.
Knighton and Lee have to share a room, and there's only one bed.
Oh, no!
Whatever will they do?
Sorry, I was
Weirdest
I
fan
was
fiction.
I was getting water. What did I miss?
This is fan art.
You know what's gonna happen? Knighton's gonna sleep on the floor. That's what's gonna happen.
Wait, no, seriously. What
It's the
did I
paladin's
miss?
honorable duty.
What the heck
Nothing.
happened?
Jackson is trying to fulfill his fan fiction needs.
Are you
I'm
hooking me
going
up
to
with
do
a
what I
dragon?
did last time and sleep against the wall. It's the only comfortable way to sleep in
Yeah.
chainmail, and admittedly a pretty neat looking breastplate according to my character design.
You know you could take your clothes
Nope.
off, right, Trevor?
The man who sleeps
There's
in
a whole
armor-
mechanic for donning and doffing.
Likewise,
Doffing?
Doffing.
the
you
man who
realize taking a long rest in heavy armor gives you a level of exhaustion, right?
Oh, I did not know that. I wish someone had told me that earlier. So in
Well,
that case,
someone
then.
should have told the DM that too.
So
Calm
I
down,
am.
Knight, and it sounds like you're.
I'll
naked
message
over
you the
there.
rules about sleeping in armor. It's fun.
In that case, then I will
someone should-
get out of my armor.
Someone should probably read the player's handbook at some point.
I'm wearing old timey pajamas underneath.
Yeah.
With like
And-
the butt flap.
Of course.
Yes.
It's got a little.
You're sleeping in the nude.
It's got a little picture. The front of it, right on the chest, it has a little picture of Trogdor the Burninator. Because why not?
Yes.
And so, and then I just take my warhammer, put it under my pillow, and go to sleep.
Okay.
Because
Yeah. I'm just gonna go and say that that Zell has the twins. I'm assuming are are sharing a room.
Twins.
They're not twins, though.
cousins,
The cousins.
the Orky
Which
boys.
I've been watching.
I'm with the angel.
Yes, I'm assuming. Then you and Zell.
Great game.
And oh no, it
Then
looks like
Lee
and Nightmare.
Lee is in theory sleeping with Knighton, but
No.
In practice, I am sleeping. I have been pushed off of the bed. I am just
Neither.
sleeping on my hammer on the ground.
Whatever will do.
your room
going-
specifically has 2 hammocks. Like it's just 2 hammocks in your room.
Yes,
Wait, whose room?
I still got pushed out of my
Your
hammock.
room, Zach.
I still got pushed out of my hammock because Lee's a jerk.
That's better.
Ah,
Thank you,
I
kind.
get 2 hammocks. Now I have 2 hammocks.
Now I have 2 hammocks.
Good for you.
No. Alright, once Knighton goes to sleep, what time is it?
It's getting late. It's about.
Before we're sleeping, I first had a.
I mean, my plan was that we were going to get to the temple and see if we could figure out what to do with the god while it was raining, because everyone else is going to be inside, and we could just very easily.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not gonna say it in character, but that sounds like a really good idea.
you know what? I did hear some guards talking about how they suspect that we would be going in there anyway if they ever showed up.
I'd be curious. I wonder how much information we can get just from wandering around an empty temple. I mean, going in
I mean, we don't know.
unannounced into an empty temple. Wouldn't it? I would assume that it'd be better to just talk with one of the priests and pump their guts for information. But if you feel, yeah, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Lee almost cared about something.
The horror.
This is his character arc.
The Grung and Zerth have very similar character arcs of learning to read. Lee is learning to care about things.
I'm learning to care. Not gonna happen.
Dell is learning how to take a nap.
What's mine?
Every rest, Dell wants to talk.
What's
Not-
mine? What
Yeah.
am I
That's
learning?
enough, God.
Wake me up at 2 a.m. just to chat about my back story? No, sir.
Knighton's is not tempting fate.
Knighton doesn't have a storyline. Trevor's storyline is learning not to mess with Jackson.
Okay. Pull it back,
No.
people. That's my bad.
Plot line right here.
So is this I would imagine this conversation happened before we all went to bed.
I'm assuming that it's happening in one of the rooms, just so that you guys are out of a main area.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, since Knighton is already sleeping, we can have it in another.
Wait, what? No, I'm awake.
Hmm?
I was pretend snoring in order to annoy people. Let's go.
Great.
I was not actually pretend
Love
snoring
that.
to annoy people. I just like doing it.
I'm glad that that's a
Wait,
personality
wait.
trait you have. Wonderful. All right. So we gather in. I'm assuming not the peacock room. So maybe Dellen Zer's room.
Ah,
It's-
I'd rather
smells
not.
But
Smells like two half-orcs.
Smells like two half-orc men.
Oh gosh. Can I cast?
Smells like a frat house.
I'll cast thaumaturgy to make it to open the window. Let some air in.
Okay.
Put some use druidcraft to put some flowers in the corners to make it, or lavender to make it smell at least tolerable.
Okay. Yeah, it smells less terrible.
Groovy.
Zerth smells like he hasn't showered in a couple days.
I have.
Have you not showered in 2 days? You've been in a suit for 8 hours.
I was
been taking a shower.
Like 4, and then a dungeon.
I took a shower. What's wrong with you people?
What? I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty nosebleed to it. I grew.
As soon as we're done with this conversation, please take a shower.
Does somebody know prestidigitation?
No.
Fleek, if you know it,
Yeah.
please do all of us a favor and clean him up.
Hey, Frog. Do you know prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
I look over.
Prestidigitation.
I go. Oh.
Oh, oh. I throw you out the window.
Perfect! Oh, yes!
Okay.
Make a D6.
Make an athletics save.
It's amazing. It's like watching 4 brain cells play.
Is that said in character?
Oh yes. Out loud.
14. You are able to kind of ninja roll. You land in the combination of the mud in your ninja roll saves you from getting hurt.
He's
But
a
you're
frog.
probably gonna feel it in the morning.
Oof.
Also, I ship it, Maxwell.
I like
guys,
the,
I'm just getting.
I like my design.
Niley. That's their ship name. Niley.
Okay. That's
You get the best of both worlds. It's Niley Cyrus.
No. What? What?
You can
Oh,
change your
no.
mind. You can change your clothes.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can't get over. Oh wait, did you see it?
Oh yes, I did, and I hate it.
I love it.
Backwards.
And now I'm gonna try
Fire.
to do everything in my power to put Knighton and Lee in romantic situations.
No.
Yes!
Refuse.
Canonizing it.
I refuse.
Roll seduction.
Okay.
Automatic.
That's just what, a straight charisma?
Yeah.
So
Trevor, don't roll seduction. I'm not. We take consent very seriously in this campaign.
That's fair. Also, I'm still trying to figure out Knighton's orientation.
I'm also trying to figure out what Knighton looks like. Was I close?
I mean, I like what you have. I also like what I've done for it.
Okay.
We'll find out when my mom actually draws my character art.
Oh, that's cute.
So
Yeah, she's drawing everyone's.
So I still pretty much like, if you want to go do whatever you want, that's fine. But I'm not convinced that a night foray into a temple, into an abandoned temple, is going to yield much results unless we actually have a reason to go there.
Dell looks at you as like, well,
Yeah,
do you have any
well,
better plans?
I walked back into the room and I was like, I'm not entirely.
We could talk. We could talk to a priest. Use our big boy.
If we go investigating, we could find people that and then kill them and get the god back. If no one's there, damn it, we wasted 20 minutes. We go back. We
The
go
last time we tried to use our big boy words, I screwed everything up and got us all sent down into a trap door.
Well, then there's a lesson there.
Got it.
Knighton,
I will stay here. You guys have fun.
Plans are.
you can come along.
Nope. I will
But-
just talk if I'm there. I know how I work.
All right. It's groovy.
You know what, Trevor? That's growth. Self-reflection.
Yep.
Knighton stays and thinks about Lee all night.
Rejected.
Just fan art.
I pull out my short sword and cut all the hearts in half.
I didn't.
Sink. Sink.
Knighton does one of those tweets where it's like, Lee can break my heart. Thank you.
Wait, repeat that statement?
Like, you know those
Catch that.
crazy first tweets that people put on the internet? Knighton tweets, Lee could break my heart and still say thank you.
Knighton's tweeted like Lee could step on me and I'd probably thank him.
Lee could step on me and I say harder. Anyway,
There's a comment I could make here, but I don't want to add more fuel to the fire.
does anybody
Good.
want to be to the dungeon or temple, or is that just a me thing?
I thought you guys were going.
I'm trying to see who wants to stay.
I'll go if it's just us breaking into the temple. I'm down for that.
It's really just us investigating to see if we find anybody there.
All right.
We could find people there if we go in the daytime.
Yes, but we might not find people that aren't supposed to be there in the daytime because they aren't supposed to be
Do we know that there are people that are not supposed to be there that are there?
No, but we
And,
don't know that there aren't people that aren't supposed to.
I'm gonna be honest. I like the cut of his logic.
Your circular logic is...
In this world that we have been born into, every religious person that we have run into is corrupted someone.
Your circular logic is bafflingly and frustratingly...
I'm just trying to learn how to do.
I don't know.
A wise man
doesn't
once
matter to
said
me.
that
I
halfway
don't care.
between black and gray is no place for a life to waste away. I say let's go.
Knighton, whose paladin are you?
Lun, and
Yes.
she's dead right now.
Oh, groovy.
So, that's the plan to go after
Are we
her
trying
next.
to revive her? Are we trying to revive her right now?
Actually,
No, you're trying to
No.
revive Solfi, the god of the sun.
Lun's next.
All right.
Hey, Del. You
Yeah,
come with
yeah?
us, buddy. So you can sneak around. I'm no good at that, but you're good at that.
Oh, he has stomachache, so he can't make it. Oh, shucks.
Who?
Dell got food poisoning.
Perfect.
Oh.
Shit. Well, never
Again?
mind. Sorry.
Dell is puking. It's
Shit.
gross.
Checks out.
I told you not to buy the lamb. Didn't I?
It's not the lamb. It's not the lamb. It's the fish.
Lamb.
The ultimate monster is Mr. Satan. Get in there, big buddy.
Diarrhea. All right,
All
boys.
right.
Whoever's coming
So-
with you.
I follow him.
Okay.
You guys are ridiculous. Go do whatever you want. I don't.
Are you following or are you staying?
I'm staying.
I'm going then.
All right.
You guys travel?
All right, let's think about this.
None of you know where you're going, so roll investigation.
Once they leave, though, I'm going to make my way and in the opposite direction and head towards.
Natural 20.
I'm
Yes.
gonna.
God.
While I was walking out, did I notice any seedier taverns? While I was walking, the side alleys and.
You didn't see any seedier taverns, but you saw some paths that'll
Yeah,
lead to
just-
some seedier taverns.
Not seedy, but more low key.
Okay. Yep. Like a dive bar.
Yeah, like a dive bar.
Cool.
All right, boys.
Okay. Zach, I'll get back to you.
Okay.
We'll come back to you after the main party. Just because 3-1. Okay, so Knighton, just knowing your general knowledge of religion and the way that the greater pantheon works, you understand that Solfi is generally associated with the east, so you assume that his temple is going to be the easternmost point of the city.
My divine senses are tingling. It says that we need to go east.
which makes sense. As you guys are
we're-
traveling,
As we're walking in that sort of direction, the rain seems to morph around us. We get cloaked with shadows. We can no longer be magically traced, and we have +10 to all stealth
Oh,
checks.
thank God.
Nice.
okay. Do you guys want to be sneaky?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
With disadvantage, but also +10, so... Oh, gosh. Well, the first roll I got was a nat 20. But since I got disadvantage, it's actually a 19.
Plus 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the +10.
I got a 3 plus 10, which is 13.
And I have
29.
no, it's
Wait.
more than that because stealth. So that would be 32.
So
Okay.
32, 19,
The grung-
and 13.
The grung basically, with it between his height, the shadows, and actually his natural colorations on his head, and visible skin, he's like, you're standing next to him and you can barely see him.
I probably just snuck ahead into the temple.
Fascinating.
Like the three of you, because you know where he is, can still see him, but it's hard. You know that if you lose track of him, he's probably gonna disappear. The Nighton it cloaks him. The sound of the rain even muffles the clinking of his little booties.
Okay, now officially
Zerth is-
my armored feet things do have the little elf boot, the little elf booty pointy toe things. Now, thank you, Jackson.
Zerth is a little more noticeable.
Damn it.
As you guys as you guys travel farther and farther east, you start to see the Temple District. The Temple District sits off in a bay on the east side of the city, off on an island with a couple bridges leading to it. Two of the bridges are broken in the center and unpassable, but the two ones that are completely standing looks sturdy and safe. Even from a distance, the Temple District is impressive. You see nine temples to the 9 gods, in various states of decay. The one to Solfi, or what you assume is the one to Solfi, is the biggest one. Still has a couple light crystals embedded in its walls. Is probably in the best shape, but it's not in good shape. And you can see that from a distance. As you guys keep going, you eventually come to the bridge. You see 2 guards standing at the gates of the bridge.
By bridge, tell me about the front of this.
What are you looking for?
So you're saying there's a bridge to the building, and then what is the structure of the building? Are there windows, doors, points of...
So it's a bridge to the island where the temples sit on.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So it's a bridge over water.
Yes.
Oh, Jackson,
It's night.
it's nighttime.
1 second.
What's the
We
moon
just
like today?
Be another one, can it?
We have 3 moons. Fuck. Fuck every. My con saves are way better though now. Got +8.
I didn't know you didn't know it.
That's a rage roll.
Okay. Do. So, It's been like 6 days since Mamuga, right? Okay, so it was...
Kinda.
Yeah. So it was one... I'm saying that you spent 2 days in... Or, yeah, you guys spent the equivalent of 2 days in the garden. Took a day of travel to get to Heathfield. It's been
Only
another day. Oh, no. Yes?
That's interesting. All right.
Wait, hold on. It's been 2 days in... You're good, but I messed up the other day. Last session.
We're okay.
You're good for tonight.
Okay. Was I not
I'm-
supposed to do it earlier?
You should have transformed yesterday.
Oops.
Or rolled. That's my bad. I forget about that mechanic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that you did not get a great...
Yesterday?
We could go tonight yesterday because tonight today we're actually playing.
Okay. Okay. You guys see... This is the first Wolfie Boy session with Maxwell.
Yeah, I know.
As the night progresses, you saw the first 2 moons rise. One was a waning crescent.
Yeah.
The other was a half moon, which they have names.
That's
What are
okay.
their names? Okay. You saw the first moon, the biggest moon, Porto. It rises. It's at a half moon. You see the next moon, Riley,
Ellie?
rise. It's at a waning crescent. You see, as you guys are nearing the bridge, you see the third moon, Judd,
Fuck you.
rise. It's a full moon. Roll a con save.
Fun time.
Okay, so that's, hold on, because I have +8 to saving. That's 13.
Okay. You start to feel the pull of the moon. You imagine that this is probably what the tides feel like. You feel the hairs on the back of your neck start to stand up and curl as you just feel something wrong shifting in the world. You feel, as you feel the pull of the moon, you feel you're incisor. You're already pronounced incisors and canines, slowly growing, and then the feeling passes. You get the feeling that if you sleep tonight, your dreams will not be pleasant, though.
Wait, while he's convulsing, I think I just got a frog idea. The activities of tonight. Okay. While he's convulsing, I shove him at the guard.
You think that I'm gonna go kill him because he's not transforming?
Trevor, you're Dragonborn, right?
I am indeed.
We're pretty stealth. I'm fairly certain the two of us, or that's at least what my character. So I'm gonna bring you with me into the water.
I didn't hear what you said in the middle there, but okay.
You and me, we can sneak into the pond while the guards are distracted with Convulsor over there.
Of course, I'll mesh perfectly with the algae.
Because, Trevor, does your character breathe water?
No. I breathe sound.
Well, fuck. Well, I pull you under with me.
Okay.
I'm making plenty of noise. He'll be fine.
Maxwell, roll a athletics saving throw.
That's 26.
Okay. You catch yourself right before you fall into the guards. They look at you and they're like, "Son, watch yourself." Yeah, the feeling is past by now. You still feel on edge, but kind of sick to your stomach, but you're you.
Okay. Sorry. I came in here to pray. Is that allowed?
It's late, but I guess one of us can escort you.
Thank you.
Mickey, you're new. Take him. The smaller of the two guards, which you assume is Mickey, takes you, walks you across the bridge. You should have rolled a deception check, but whatever. I like it for flavor.
I was gonna
The
say.
guards choose to fail. That's a DM power.
Oh, actually, the thing is, I have rustic hospitality as a feature of a hero background, so I blend in with and shelter and common folk. They don't suspect a thing. So
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
Conversely, I've come to realize my
the thing-
background power is just not good with our current fugitive status.
Oh
Given
yeah,
position
you're like
of power.
aristocratic rich, and
Yeah, that's
Very
not gonna
obvious.
mesh.
that's extremely obvious.
Mine's just all about people knowing who I am.
The guard takes you across the bridge and leads you to the main temple of Sulfi. You go into the center where you see one lone priest lighting candles. Lee.
Don't worry, carry on. Go have fun.
Well, now I'm thinking of it. I don't know how long we're going to be dicking around in the temple. My heart says that we're probably going to spend a bit of time. I don't know if we want to let
I don't know
Zach
if we wanna-
free.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You
Just
guys do whatever you
we'll
need to
switch-
do.
we'll switch over in a sec. Just give me a.
Okay.
I want to process this thought. Okay. As the
Priest,
temple person. Yep.
Oh, what was his name? Mickey.
Mickey, yes.
The priest turns to you guys and goes, "It's okay, Mickey. If he's here to pray, I can watch him. He doesn't look like that much of a threat." Mickey kind of gives him a weird look, but nods and heads back to his post. The grung in the water, the dragonborn.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get up to shenanigans or?
Yeah. Fuck.
I suppose
Okay,
so.
we're gonna. I'll switch over to Lee before we let you guys get up to your shenanigans.
Okay.
Okay, you enter the dive bar.
Yeah. It's just I don't want like a place where like criminals hang out, like a lot of them, but like just where people go, like they have a very specific purpose in mind, and it's just to get as drunk as possible.
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the
So,
wasted
like-
day.
That's not it, I'm Brian.
Yeah, you guys-
So,
You go in.
all right. Is there a seat at the bar?
Yeah. As you walk in, or
Everybody knows your name.
as you're not 100% sure how you got there. You're in the warehouse district of Heathfield, and you feel like you were traveling through a labyrinth, but eventually you find this bar called the Lucky Pirate. As you walk in, you see that there's a female gnome tending to the bar.
All right. Is Is there? I'll walk up. I'll sidle up next to someone. Like I'm not gonna sit by myself. Is there someone at the bar?
Yes, there's two there's it's not full, but there's probably about 10-15 people in the bar total. But there's only 4 at the bar. There's 2 human men sitting at the end of the bar, older looking. There's a halfling woman sitting by herself. Looks like she might be waiting for someone. And there's a elven guy sitting on the sitting relatively by himself.
Karaoke.
All of them are drinking.
Karaoke.
Oh,
Karaoke.
So I will go and sidle myself up next to the 2 older guys, and I'll, order I'll hail the bartender.
hey,
Yeah. She comes over. She's like, my name's Riska. What can I get for you?
Riska.
Hi, Riska. I'll have just a beer. It's fine. It's been a long day.
Sure you don't want anything stronger? You look like you might need something stronger.
We'll see what we can.
Whiskey. Dragonfire whiskey.
Dragonfire
We'll see what we
whiskey.
can. We'll see how the night goes. How about that?
Sounds good. She brings out a beer for you.
Yeah. All right.
Place next to you. It's cold.
All right.
She
So-
looks at you. She's like, that'll be 2 coppers.
There you go. Right out of my pocket.
Thank you.
It's amazing how money works. So
That it is.
yeah. So just it's been a long couple of weeks, really. Just craziness of event
Who are
after event, The bartender and the guys next to me, just trying to chat up whoever will listen. Just a really. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, the 2 guys kind of turn and seem like they're half listening to you.
Okay. Yeah, just been really crazy. I mean, the whole thing about that advisor getting arrested and everything. I mean, what was his name again?
The 2 guys spin and they're like, we could not believe Solus is loved. He's a great guy. What was the king? What was the king thinking?
Beats me. I mean, I've been scratching at that question myself. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just baffled. I mean, he was a pretty well respected guy. So I hear.
The guy sitting. So there's 2 guys. The guy sitting farther away from you was like, you want to know what I heard? And he's the drunker of the 2, so he's slurring his words a little bit. You want to know what I heard?
Tell me.
I
Lay it on
heard
me.
that it's that new court magician's fault.
Oh
that
yeah.
he's playing with some dark magics or something, driving the king mad.
Crazy.
And it's such
Crazy
a shame
thing.
about Solus's wife. She's dying, It's awful. She's such a lovely lady. I mean,
It's a tragedy. It really is.
it is, and she was really, she inspired all of us. Really picked herself up. She's kicked out by her parents because she's a tiefling.
Yeah.
When she was young, and then she brings herself up and founds organizations to help the poor and the needy, and then she meets this wonderful wood elf who Solus was one of the few political people to actually marry for love, which is just so sweet.
such a pioneer, just a leader for us all to look up to. I'm sure. Yeah.
He
So
he really is.
yeah, where is he being held right now? I mean, like, you would think
He
that they'd lock him up some pretty tight
that if they had done
places.
that, that would have about caused a riot.
Oh,
No, he's under house arrest in the
oh,
in his at his home.
gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, can't upset the people too much, you know?
No,
Uh,
no.
yeah,
They
what was the name of that court magician again? What was the name? What was his name? I can't remember. Must be
oh
the booze.
it's on the tip of my tongue. What is it? What is it?
Mine too. I just can't get it out. Does it start with a B or a Z?
Oh, you know what? It just might start with a B, but oh, what is it? What
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Um
B ba boo
uh
bo
Binwee.
bean.
It's not Binwee.
Bin.
It's Binway. Binway.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
that's what it
Binway.
is. You're right. You're exactly
Look,
right. Midway, the
he
court
thinks that
magician.
you want to know what the bigger and the less drunk one, the one closer to you turns to you and goes, the bigger scandal is several other key advisors have disappeared since Binway has come to
What?
town.
No way.
It's they seem to be isolating the king.
Yeah, goes all the way up to the top. That's what I've always said. That's what my granddaddy always said. It always goes right up to the top.
And this is just a good reminder to surround yourself with good people.
You're
Because we
right.
are who you are around.
Cut
Just to say one bad.
You're completely right.
Yeah, yes. If this was a movie, we would cut to the other three brain cells of the party.
Yeah, you're for better or for worse. You're completely right.
You got in. I'm honestly shocked.
Um, uh, so yeah, just a real shame. So she's the wife is still alive, right? Like she's not died yet.
And
It's
no,
not
but
fallen under any kind of.
she's been. Rumor has it that she doesn't have much. It's months, not days, but it's not years.
Gotcha.
It's some sort of magical disease that is just
Mm,
terrible.
funny how that works. Uh, take another swig of my beer. Well,
Oh.
it's been great chatting with you, but I can't stay long. You know, the missus will get on my back if I'm not back by a certain time, you know?
Well, just bring her next time. And
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. And I'll tip my hat to him, to the two gentlemen and the bartender, and I'll plop a silver on the table, and I'll turn out. Oh, by the way, where's the like my wife is looking for like a nice VRBO to stay at. She's been nagging at me for months, for years really, to like get out. We never had a full anniversary, so I'm thinking about looking for like a nice place uptown to stay at. Do you know where like the nobles like the where they typically live?
I mean, probably the Noble District on the south end of town.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
We all make mistakes when the liquid fire is in us.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it's an
All right.
There is only one.
It was a pleasure talking to you, and I'm gonna head on out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make my way to the Noble District.
That's back towards the inn.
Groovy. I'll head that direction.
You head back towards the inn. towards the um,
Yeah,
towards the noble district.
as I'm walking back, as I'm heading in that direction, do I see any residencies that look particularly guarded, like any more heavy
No,
security?
but you do notice a pretty steady increase in the quality of the houses. They're
Sure.
becoming nicer and nicer. Until eventually, right as you pass the inn, they start having fenced off areas leading up to the front door.
Sure.
They start becoming you start noticing some magical defenses, rune here, rune there.
Gotcha.
Sense as you get a little too close to you can feel the arcane energy when you get too close to a fence in a couple places. Nothing happens, but you can just feel that kind of electricity
Yeah.
crackling of
Yeah.
arcane energy.
Yeah.
Eventually you do come across a house that the pillars of the house have the symbol of House Darken carved into it. You see two armed guards standing in front of the gate that goes through the fence, and you see two sets of guards in front of the door.
Does the fence go around the back?
Yes, there is a small alleyway that kind of skirts.
Can I go like two streets down far enough that they're not looking, and then take a turn towards, like, I want to go more roundabout to the back of the house.
Yes. Still roll a stealth check.
Okay. First check of the night. Wait, no, that's not true. Investigation was the first check.
Yes, it was.
So, that's not great. A 9.
I'll say roll with advantage because you go in 2 houses down,
Perfect. I know
Okay.
city.
taking the back way.
Better. A 15.
Okay. You staying close to the shadows. You are able to sneak around to the back way.
Groovy. Alright,
You see there's only one guard on this backside, and does not seem to be paying that great of attention.
Let's think here. Is there a does when I walk, can I feel from where I am from the fence, does it have like that same magical crackle?
There does not seem to be magical defenses on the back.
Okay.
Roll perception.
Okay. Could be better. That'd be an 11.
Okay. There doesn't, as far as you can tell from where you're at, and from what you can see, there does not seem to be any magical defenses on the back side of the house.
All right. So the guard doesn't seem to be paying that close of attention, right?
No, he's not paying that close of attention. He seems to be a little bored.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see. Can I make a sound from? I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy. Is there a street away from like if I'm where am I standing as far as like
So
the fence goes?
So it's kind of, I mean, it's still in the middle of the town, so the houses are. This is a back alleyway in between houses, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
This seems to be like a delivery entrance. If that makes sense. So like you have like the main road, and then you have houses with like fences, like, okay, you got that?
Yeah,
So, like, fences that are kind of, like, blocking from the road.
sure.
But then, so there's, like, I mean, it's a row of houses, so there's a second set of houses back behind them
Sure.
with, like, a little, it's not a true road, it's not quite big enough, it's not big enough for, like, a cart or a car or anything, and it's not anything, but there's, like, a little... There's like a little back alleyway here. Like where
Yeah.
that's
okay,
where
yeah.
you're at.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm assuming you're like here.
Okay.
The guard is like here guarding the...
Sure. All right. Can I from the I'm gonna go ahead and from the place, like an alley, like beyond the guard.
Mhm.
Like if I'm looking at the guard over past him,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast thaumaturgy and cast and make a sound of a woman yelling.
Okay.
Not yelling, screaming.
Okay. Thaumaturgy only has a range of 30 feet.
Would that be would that not be far enough?
You could reach the guard, but
So then I
It-
won't do that.
yeah, but you can only make the sound within the range. So like it would sound like it was right next to the guard, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So
And
what
your
instead,
character would know the range of thaumaturgy.
right. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and attempt to climb the fence.
Okay. Roll athletics.
Can I make an acrobatics?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Thank you, DM. You're a kind lord.
I am not here to make your lives miserable tonight.
Oh no. That's a 9. Not feeling great today.
Stabbed in the scrotum on the top of the chain link.
Gosh dang
Lee
it.
is now one nut. Yeah, what is... Not to be off topic, but what are the reproductive organs of a tiefling look like?
The same as any other person's.
Okay, just curious. What
Just super hot.
do Grong have frog parts?
Yes.
Also, does a dragonborn have a cloaca?
I mean,
I assume so,
Oh.
yes.
Okay, cool.
just
Got regular old donger.
yeah. I mean, like,
Which,
I got
unfortunately, Zerth, everyone in this party has seen.
yeah, a lot more, way more often than I want to. Also, just as a note, like I got hooves. Like I'm a hove too.
No.
You're what?
I've got hooves. My legs are
Okay.
hooved.
Oh,
Okay.
do you have blue feet?
Mm-hmm.
17 things don't.
Yeah, I'm a different tiefling.
I was gonna say you're more fey looking, which I
Got some of those vibes going on for sure.
Okay. So, as you try to climb over the fence, you try to be cool with it, try to parkour over it, but you trip.
Gosh,
Like you don't you make it over the fence, but you trip and crash. Roll a stealth check.
15.
Okay. You're able to kind of muffle the sound by as you fall, aiming towards some heavier grass.
Sure.
And you don't think the guard. You're pretty sure the guard didn't hear you.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll make my way to the door.
Okay.
Hey,
You. What?
how long do you expect this session to go? Because I should probably had it in like 10, 15-ish minutes.
Okay. I'm thinking about finishing out whatever Lee, kind of trying to find a good point with Lee.
Okay,
Calling
cool.
it.
Oh, if Trevor and I are separate, I don't know, Trevor, if you're willing to go a little.
I got nothing planned for tomorrow. I'm good.
I was gonna call it at midnight. I'm not gonna lie.
Never mind.
Just because I have to travel back to Holland tomorrow.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say yeah, so maybe.
Like not like super early. I'm probably only gonna wake up at like 8, but
Still though.
No, that's
Yeah.
Cool.
so that's kind of what I was thinking of, just finishing out Lee.
All right.
But I mean, we've gone like 2-ish hours, so it's our normal length.
Yeah. Pretty
Um,
average. Okay.
Okay.
Is the door unlocked?
The door is unlocked.
All right. I'm gonna make my way into the door.
Okay. Roll
Into the
stealth
house.
again.
12.
Okay. You feel the door start to get heavy, like it's about to creak, but you know you lift up on the door quietly, and it swings. You slowly swing it open without it creaking, and shut
There
it
you go.
without it creaking, making any noise.
All right.
You find yourself in a well-furnished house, nothing too flashy. There's some nice paintings. It's dark, but you can see that there's some nice paintings. There's a really
it
nice
taste-
rug on the floor.
Is it tastefully?
It is
blood
tastefully
splattered?
decorated.
I'm looking for that tasteful blood splatter.
There's no tasteful blood splatter. You see that you've opened up into probably the dining room area.
Okay.
There's a nice wooden table. You s-
All right. I'm going to make my way is through the dining room. Is how many doors are in this room?
So there's one that leads. There's the door behind you. There's another door that looks like it leads to a kitchen, and then there's a third door straight ahead of you that looks like it leads to like a living space.
I'll enter to the living space.
Okay. As you enter into the living space, look around. There's some couches. Even in the dark, you can see you have dark vision, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm sure I do.
Okay. I'm just gonna check that tieflings have dark vision.
Yeah, I can see in darkness up to 60 feet.
Cool. So yeah, you could see all this just fine.
Ruby.
You can see that now that you're the main living area. Again, see some more artwork. See some chairs and couches. You can also see the front. You can see that there's another room in front of you, and then it's a smaller room, but you can also see the front door. You can see the light from the street lights filtering into the room through that window, through the front door.
Okay.
You also see stairs heading up and down to your right.
I'll go up.
Okay. Roll stealth again.
Oh, that was almost a 25.
5.
I watched it go from a 20 to a 2.
Oh no. So as you step, you hear you're about halfway up the stairs when you hear your foot make a loud creak. You pause for a second. And don't hear any movement. Nothing from the guards in the front and nothing from upstairs. And you continue on.
All right. Make my way upstairs.
Okay. Once you're upstairs, you can see that this is more of living quarters.
Interesting.
As you come up the stairs, you see three doors closed. You can see, and then there's a fourth door that's open. Straight up as you go up the stairs, you can see that it looks like it's some sort of bathroom.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna check and see what kind of pills Solas is taking. So I'm going to go. I'm going to. Are all the other doors closed?
Yes. The other three are closed.
Um. Ah. Okay. I'm going to. Ugh. I'm going to cautiously open door. Is there a bougier door?
There is one door that seems that is two of the doors are very similar, standard doors. They're nice. They have a nice wood carving on them. They're well kept up, but the third door does seem to be there's a third door that does seem to be nicer. It's a bit wider. The carving is a bit more intricate, and you think that you can't quite see it. It's still pretty dark, even with your dark vision. You think that the doorknob is a nicer metal, maybe like some sort of gold alloy instead of the more of a bronzier iron mix of the other two.
All right, I'll not casually, carefully open the bougie door.
Okay, roll stealth again.
It's a 17.
Okay. You are able to open it pretty quietly. Don't hear any creaking, anything. Slowly you step into this room, and this room is. First thing you notice is that this room, while everything in it is nice, it's very minimalist. There's not a whole lot. You see a bed sitting in the far back against the far back wall. Some of the moonlight of the full moon Riley filtering into the bedroom. You see a pair of dressers against one wall, one painting up against above the dressers. You think there's another room. There seems to be a door that leads off probably to a bathroom, like a master bath.
Okay.
As you step into the room, you hear a quiet voice whispering. You feel cold metal pressing up against your neck, and a quiet voice whisper in your ear. I don't know who sent you, but I will not be killed tonight.
Fuck.
And for the first time in 300 years, or it's in over longer than 300 years, you hear the voice of your brother.
Oh shit.
I am going to
Next
take
timeline.
off.
Yeah, I
Are
think
we
that,
continuing?
I think that, yeah, that no. This
I
is
think-
okay. This is
I'll
okay.
give you one reaction, but that's about where we're gonna leave.
I'll take off my hat and revealing my horns, and I'll say, I certainly hope there won't be any killing tonight. Soulless.
You feel the cold of the knife drop
Whoa!
away, and you're
Wait a
able to
minute.
turn and see your brother.
It's fake.
I didn't
Okay.
know.
And that's where we're gonna end.
That was great.
Bruh.
Well, that happened.
Yeah.
Oh shit out of this.
Well.
They're just in the temple, just praying.